We're going to dig into that carburetor. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Probably Fixed It. In this episode, we're just going to dive right into rebuilding one of these plastic carburetors that's found on these new Briggs Stratton motors. These things are really easy to rebuild, and honestly, a lot of times you don't run into the same issues that you have with the metal ones, because there's nothing to corrode in here. So anyway, we're going to just basically dive right into rebuilding one of these, and I'm going to show you step by step on how to rebuild one of these carburetors if you have one on one of your Briggs Stratton motors. Man, just go in there, dive in there, and with a little bit of brake cleaner, and that's really honestly all you need, some brake cleaner and some hand tools. Y'all can rebuild this thing and get yourself up and running, and probably without ever doing it before and studying this video over and over again, within about 30 minutes. I bet you can do it, and once you've done it once, you can rebuild one of these carburetors probably in about 5 minutes. So anyhow, join us for the rest of the video, and if you enjoy this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And I've been told that the old here like me. So if you don't like me, maybe your dog does. So leave me on and loop when you leave the house and let your dogs enjoy me. All right, so we're going to dive right into rebuilding one of these carburetors. Thank you, guys. So we got no joy. I'm going to show you something. We're going to remove the float bowl by removing these two 7mm bolts on the bottom here. You get a little pan to catch this gas, but see where this plug is? It's on the same side as your fuel line. And this right here on this carburetor, if you look right there, it's got the little Briggs and Stratton logo on it. So I like to get me I like to get a big screwdriver and something I can twist in here, and that'll help spread this bowl off because it comes from down here. But I was able to get it right here also. Pull that out. You're gonna see how that float sounds. Well, actually how the needle and teeth sounds. That sounds pretty good. All right, well, here's what we're going for right here. We're going for this little piece right here. So you just kind of pull this out. Right there. Oh yeah, you can see. Usually, if it's discolored, see how it's kind of discolored? It's kind of yellowish. I'll show you what the replacement ones look like. Try to keep this all in view. There you go. You can see that. This bag has replacements in there, and see how I'm not going to use a replacement this time though, because I've showed you that trick before in other videos where I buy these cartridges in bulk. I get them in a bag. Comes like 4 in a bag. They're pretty cheap. I'll leave a link to them in case you want to have some on hand. But in case you don't, I'm trying to do it the other way to show you that there's ways around it. All right. So this cartridge comes apart. If you can see right there, it splits. So we just got to kind of do a little twist and pull. All right, now we got it apart. If you look in here, you got a little brass thing that can get clogged up. These are your jets, and this right here is your emulsion tube. On your metal carburetors, that's usually that little brass rod that goes in, and then your jet screws in from the bottom. So with these, if you're going to clean them and try to reuse them, you want to take them apart to this level so you can get in there and really clean them. Now let me go get my carburetor cleaner. All right, so what I usually do, I'll spray every orifice I can to try to get stuff out. Watch your eyes when you do this, because it's going to shoot out. I don't know if you saw that, but it shot out here, and these emulsion tubes look pretty good, so I'm gonna get those kind of cleaned up. Got that all nice and tidied up. Now you gotta do the same thing. If I can get my hands on this thing, on this piece right here, you got a hole right there you want to spray out. You see it shooting out. Look, it's gonna be shooting out. So you get that all nice and clean. Now in some cases, these right here, these are called welding tip cleaners, and I'll leave a link to these also. Now you don't have to use these. You can take some old wire you have lying around the house, and you can stick it up in here and get in there and clean that stuff out real good. Clean that jet out. Try to keep my hand out of the way. I get comments my hands are always in the way, and I apologize. I got big old mitts and they get in the way. So I'm just kind of cleaning that out a little bit. Every little orifice I can get in there, I'm gonna try to, like I just stuck this in here and I just kind of clean it out, getting all that crap out of there. Now I'm gonna go through this way. Clean in there as best I can. Now, a lot of times that carb cleaner does the trick for you. See how that goes all the way through. That's called your emulsion tube. This one has 6 holes actually, or I guess they're through holes, 3 through holes, but you know what I mean, makes 6. And that's all there is to it on cleaning this thing out. So now we got this cleaned and it's going to go back on. See, that square part's going to go, almost screwed it up. This round part's going to go over the emulsion tube, over the emulsion tube. And that square part's going to line right back up right there. And you're going to push that down and get it real good and tight on there. There you go, until it snaps. It's going to snap and you're not going to see any line right there. I did it with my hand. I just got more leverage when I pulled it close to me. So I'd probably just do it by hand. Don't worry about getting that out. All right, so that's all cleaned up. That cartridge is good to go. We're going to reuse that. We're going to go ahead and take this opportunity to go ahead and show you what this looks like in here as well. So this is your float here. We're going to go ahead and take our float out on this carburetor. I just take a little screwdriver and pop it up. See you, son. Let's go ahead and pop that up. That little rod right there has it sits in those little channels right there, and that is right here is your main seat. Hanging off your float, that's your needle, and it looks actually pretty good. Set that right there. So while I'm in here, I'm gonna go ahead and spray some carb cleaner right here on that. I'm gonna go ahead and spray some, and that's where your fuel comes in. Your fuel comes in here from your fuel tank. Your fuel comes in here, and it comes down that hole and fills up the bowl until this little plunger here, that little plunger there. When that float goes up, it closes that hole up and stops letting fuel come in. So we're just going to clean that out a little bit. Watch, and you'll see stuff shoot out there. Try to point it where it's not going to go in my face. See that? And then you can do the same thing here. It's going to come out that bottom hole. And then, just for good measure, you can run a little cleaning wire down there. Can of carb cleaner in this red tube. That pressure, most of the time, works pretty good, to be honest with you. But you're in there. You're in there. You might as well get in there with a little pokey and clean everything out. And then while I have it out, I just go through and I spray every little hole I can come up with. And now we're going to put everything back together. Now to put this back together, first thing you're going to do, or it doesn't have to be the first thing you're going to do, but first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put there's a little groove right there, so I'm just going to, and there's a little shoulder, that thing's got a little shoulder on it, slide it right inside there. And on these plastic ones, they're a little different. That pin you put in first, and then you're going to drop that needle right there, and that carb's going to go right there. Now these just push in place. Hear that snap? That's what you're going for. And this other side here, I wasn't sure if it snapped, so I'm just going to put a little extra push on it. Yeah, I guess it was in there pretty good. Okay, well, it did snap. All right. So now I'm just going to give it a quick check. It's not the official way, but it works for me. I just blow in here. and make sure that airflow shuts off, which means the fuel flow should shut off. Now this piece right here, this doesn't matter how, it does matter exactly how it goes in, but you cannot get it wrong, because see how that falls in there real nice? If you do it the wrong way, it doesn't fall in there. So we're gonna just take that thing and drop it in there real nice, and then we just push it in tight. Now see that popped in, it had a little audible snap. Now we go back on with the float bowl. We'll go ahead and spray this with a little bit of carb cleaner too, just to kind of get whatever out of there. I had a blue rag handy, I'd dry that off, but I don't have one handy. And remember, it's just to help me remember that orientation, this right here was on the same side as your fuel inlet. And I mean, look, you can figure this out, right? That's gonna go, it only goes on one way. I mean, it goes on two, it can go on this way or that way, but you gotta get those holes lined up. And then we're gonna put our fasteners back in. Now these are going into plastic, so you don't need to go crazy with them. I turn them in by hand for a little bit. All right, you just saw that carburetor get rebuilt. That's all there is to rebuilding one of these plastic carburetors. Nothing to it. Hey guys, I hope you got something out of the video on rebuilding these carburetors, these little plastic carburetors that come off these Briggs Stratton motors. That video was pretty much shot in real time. So, I mean, I think it took me about 10 minutes while explaining most of everything. I don't think I edited out too much, honestly, when I did it. So anyhow, if you like this sort of content, please consider liking and subscribing. And I do appreciate every one of you guys. And give it a try. It's fun, man. I tell you what, let your kid give it a try. Have them watch the video, give it a try, see if they can get it running. They'll have a pretty good sense of accomplishment. If not, I'll leave a link in this video where you can buy this carburetor and just replace it if you want. It'll cost you probably 15 bucks, but heck, if your kid can fix it, that'd be pretty cool. Anyhow, thanks for joining us again. Until we meet again, say bye. You know, he doesn't say nothing. All right, guys, thank you.